Welcome to Warm Up Live. I'm Nicola Buchan. I'm here with Terry Hollands, and we are in Leeds for Europe's Strongest Man. And we are backstage watching guys starting to get warm up for the events ahead. But we're going to take full advantage of who we've got standing with us right now. We're going to hand over to Terry because Big Tommy's here.
Yeah, I mean, we're lucky. First interview we got the main man himself, current world's strongest man, Tom. Looking forward to the show tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not competing, but it's going to be an action-packed show and it's going to be anyone's game. But yeah, the brother's looking good, so I'm here to support him. But all the athletes are going to be dangerous today. It's going to be a good show.
I mean, Luke's definitely got a great chance of winning tonight. All good events for him pretty much, and you've obviously seen him train over the last few weeks. Is he ready to go in good shape?
Yeah, I mean, well, we've seen him at Britain's. He kind of put on a big performance there, but now he's it's Europe's strongest man now, and he's reigning champion. He's here in better condition. Yeah, he's going to go out there and put on a big show, and if he's 100%, he's going to win it. So.
And obviously, we've got World's Strongest Man coming up soon. Your full focus is on that at the moment. You're going to be ready to keep your title for another year?
Yeah, 100%, and I'm fully focused on that. Changed a few things in training, I think. Changed a few things in training. I changed the coaching and stuff, and I'm ready to go out there and get the number 4 titles.
Well, this is a good thing with you, Tom, and I've always believed it. You always turn up at World's Strongest Man when it matters, obviously. You know, it's great in all the other shows, it's good to do that, but when you at World's Strongest Man, that's really when you want to be at your best.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be, Mitch Hooper will be 100% as well, so it's going to be a good battle, but 100% focused mentally and physically that I'm going to get that number 4, 100%.
Oh, I know we're all looking forward to seeing it, and best of luck.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Tom. Thank you. Go on, Tom. Thank you. Thanks, I know.
I'll call Mike.
Thank you so much. That's Tom Stoltman you see there. But tonight we're here to find out who is Europe's strongest man. And you can see behind us, they're starting to get warmed up for the pressing medley. So you've got the Andre Foytu there, warming up with that monstrous dumbbell. But it's no match for Andre. Ava is just warming up on the axle. Ava, how are you feeling?
Sick. I don't like this event.
He does not like this event.
You're always going to get an answer like that.
We've got Dave Warner here as well, supervising the warm-up. How are you feeling, Dave, for going forward? You've got a busy night ahead, haven't you, Dave?
Yeah, busy night ahead, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm the referee tonight. I'm taking charge tonight. Magnus he thinks he's in charge, but I'm actually taking the leading hand tonight.
So you're the boss?
No, I can't always am, but I'll let Maggie have
Okay.
I'll let him have the limelight.
Okay. We won't tell Maggie. We won't tell him.
Cool.
Thank you, Dave. Right, we've got another legend over here. Terry, introduce the legend himself.
Do I need to introduce him? We've got Mr. Mark Felix, literally one of the serving World's Strongest Man competitors, one of the best of all time. Certainly it's come out of Britain, if not everywhere else. Mark, you looking forward to the show tonight?
I'm looking forward to the show tonight. I think it's going to be a great show. Yeah.
And predictions-wise, have you got? Could you pick a winner at all?
I think if Kokalski perform good, I think he could win it. So you got the two look in the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think it's the hardest one I've seen to call for a long time. I think there's a number of guys that could win. I mean, I think Matthias, obviously, if he's back to his best and in full shape, he's definitely got a great shot.
Oh yeah, there's some good competitors. I mean, a lot of them have this strengths and weaknesses, but I think the one that most consistent going to win today.
Yeah, I mean, Mark, thanks very much. Really appreciate that. Let you enjoy the show.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah, I mean, exactly like Mark said there, like Matthias, obviously one of the favourites. I mean, there's so many guys that could win this show. I mean, I've gone backwards and forwards in my mind so many times about who I think is going to win. Plus, I think we've got that added carrot of like some of the guys haven't qualified for World's Strongest Man and they really want that spot.
Yeah, 100%. And we've got the likes of Luke Richardson. You know, we've got Pav, we've got Luke Stoltman, the current Europe's Strongest Man. So I was looking at the list and I don't even know what's going to happen here every time I refresh myself. But we've got some coaches in the house as well. We've got John Mallon over here. Let's go and have a little word with John, shall we? He looks so happy here. How are you?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Are you excited for tonight?
Very much so, yeah. Really good set of events. These guys are just a completely different level. And yeah, just getting to, even down to like the order of events being a little bit different. The deadlift's a little bit later on in the show than it normally is. So it'll just test the guys to completely different standards. So yeah, it's going to be good. Hopefully Paddy does well in the overhead as well. So.
I was just going to say, who are you here supporting? Who are you coaching? Let us know.
So I coach Paddy Haynes. I've done for, well, 2, 3, 4 years now. 4 years. and just watched him like grow throughout the whole the giant scene has been amazing. And this is by far the highest standard that either of us have been to. But yeah, just being around these guys is unreal, really. So.
Amazing. Thank you, John. Thank you for your insight. Right, let's take a look at some more of the guys warming up here. So, Terry, tell us about the overhead medley quickly before we take a look at the guys.
So it's 2 reps on each implement. You've got the dumbbell first, is 90 kilos. You've got the safe press second, which is 150 kilos. 155 kilo axle press, although they keep saying it's 150, it's 155, and then a 150 log as well. But I mean, the tricky thing is, I think that second thing, that safe lift, a lot of the guys have not done much of it. Some guys really perform well on it, and some really struggle. So that could be something that really sort of shakes up the points.
Yep.
On top of that as well, I mean, they've got to do 8 reps. It's not an easy event, although it might seem lighter than we would be used to. It's not actually an easy event. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, I think we're holding up some of the athletes. Come through, don't worry. Come on. Don't worry. You can go.
He's just here to swear again. Moan about the events and swear.
Yeah, you can see behind us, it's getting a little bit serious now, Terry. It's warming up. How important is this to the guys? You know how important it is to them. You know how it feels. So tell people at home how important this is to the guys.
I mean, obviously, warm-ups are always important, but for some of the guys here, they want to be getting lifts in that are just like nice confidence boosters. Now, I'm not talking about going up to comp weight, but they'll want those things like 120 kilo presses to feel nice and snappy and fast. They want to feel no pain, no sort of sharpness anywhere, but just the main focus for them is just being really sort of focused on making sure all these lifts are clean and sharp and they're warm and ready to go.
Yeah, so we can see them emerging from the Strongman cave now to come and get warmed up for that first event. And like I said, it's getting a little bit more serious. However, it wasn't so serious last night when we were, the night before. What does Strongman get up the night before? We have a little look for you. Let's see. Not working.
Yeah, sorry.
And I know there's some strong men in here getting their chow down on feeding up in preparation for the competition tomorrow. But what do strong men really get up to the night before a big show? Let's go and find out. Hello, Paddy.
Oh, hello, Fred. You okay?
I've got some questions. I've got a question for you. Do you like my dumbbell? Do you want to hold it? It might be a bit heavy though. Sure? It's okay. I've got it. Have you got any freaky rituals you do before a comp?
I mean, I've washed my shorts, if that counts.
Or shall I ask you?
How freaky can we be on camera? I didn't really have any sort of rituals. I was quite relaxed and calm, other than I'd beat myself with my stick beforehand. I had a stick and I used to just beat myself with it. People thought I was crazy. I probably was to a degree, but it worked. It got me fired up.
Okay, so now we should just start selling the big Loz stick.
Video call with my family, and they said to me, like, they love me very much. It doesn't matter how I will finish this competition, but they believe in me and love me.
That's nice. Andre?
The only thing before a competition is don't forget to go to the bathroom. That's the only thing.
Top tip there from Andre Foytu. Go to the bathroom before. You like donuts? You're not going to tell anyone, is that a secret?
I eat donuts, but right now I try it eat less because I try fix my sugar and go a little bit down because I eat too much sweets.
So only one donut?
Yeah, sometimes more.
The only pre-ritual I have is try not to it's not working.
Before event, I'm so nervous always, and many people have seen that. If I go there, I start coughing.
Oh.
Really much, and people they think, what the effort? What is wrong with you? But this is my things, and that's me, and I'm ready.
Yeah. Hello, Luke Richardson.
Hello.
How are you?
I am good, thank you.
Are you buzzing for tomorrow?
I am.
Would you like to try and hold my dumbbells extremely heavy?
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost like it was made by a 3D printer. Oh no.
If I could gift you the superpower tomorrow to win every event and win the title, but every time you lifted, you had to meow like a cat, would you accept my gift?
Yes, obviously.
Let's hear your best meow. Meow. Would you accept my gift?
I think I'm going to meow anyway, so.
Hello, Gav. Hello, Andrew.
Hello, Nicole.
It's Nicola. Put that in. Andrew Flynn doesn't even know my name. Hello, Andrew Flynn. Would you accept my gift?
Yes. Absolutely. I love cats.
Meow. Let's hear it then. Meow. You can do better than that. Come on. Meow.
Fair skin.
Meow. Yes, I like that. Subtle.
Meow, meow.
That was my favourite one.
Meow.
Meow.
Oh, that was fierce. Meow. You're about to win. You're going to have to meow for it. Riff. Okay, you've lost. Sorry about that, guys.
quick cake break.
Thank you, Terry, for keeping me in check for my competition. Right, let's have a little talk about the event. So obviously we've discussed the overhead medley, which is going to be absolutely brutal, and to kick-start off the competition, that is a brutal one.
Very tough event, and I think that's the one that it's harder to predict than most of the other events.
Yeah.
You know who's good at the other events. There's things like I said, with that safe press, it's very unpredictable, so that could really shake the points up quite a lot. So it's going to be a really interesting start, and obviously it sets the stage for the rest of the show. Some of the guys might have to claw some points back, some might do sort of better than expected.
Yeah.
It could really throw it wide open.
Yeah, and then we're going into the shield carry. Now that is a brutal event, although it doesn't seem so challenging if you've never done it. You pick it up and you keep walking. But it's about grit and determination to hold on to that. How does that feel when you're carrying it, Terry? You've done this event before.
Yeah, I mean, everything sort of aches through your posterior chain, so basically everything in the back of your body really aches. Obviously your quads get it a little bit as well, but most of it you'll feel in your hamstrings and your glutes. The one thing I would say as well is the breathing's really tough because it's such a big shield, it all just sits on your chest. It's really hard to get the air in. But I mean, one thing I love about the shield walk, and I mean, I didn't particularly like doing it as an event because I wasn't very good at it, to be totally honest, but it shows a strong man in terms of like someone who's physically strong, but also it does show that element of mental toughness and mental strength as well. You really have to dig deep and push yourself.
Yeah. And then we move into the anvil carry and then into the drag of that massive ship's chain. It's 350 kilos, I think, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I've actually dragged that exact same chain at my first ever World's Strongest Man, so it's quite an interesting one. There's got some history, that bit of equipment. It's been used at World's Strongest Man for years now here. Again, it's sort of like, it doesn't perhaps look that hard, but doing the shield walk before and then going into that, their legs are going to be destroyed after those two events. It's going to make it really tough. It's one of those ones where you sort of, when you're doing the event, you start putting it, oh, this isn't too bad, I'm going to finish this, no problem. 10 metres into it, you're absolutely dying. So it's going to be a tough event for the guys.
Absolutely brutal. And then, after all those brutal events, grueling, taxing events, we then do the deadlift.
Yeah, it's quite an interesting sort of set of events in terms of the running order. Normally the deadlift's much earlier, isn't it? But to have it as a fourth event, it's definitely going to add an element of difficulty to it. I think the reps could be down slightly. You know, the guys will be pretty, you know, tired by the events.
We're trying to think about safe words.
I was trying to say something without, swearing, but yeah, it's going to make it a bit tougher. So I fully expect them to sort of be losing a couple of reps to what they would normally do. But I don't think it really changes much in the respect of the strongest guys still win. So the reps might be down slightly, but the best guy will still win that event.
Do you think that guys are going to go into that pretty tactical, you know, like really give it everything in that first three events so they kind of know where they sit, and then that's going to give them an advantage to then say, I only need to maybe get X amount of deadlifts to move forward? Yeah,
I mean, you'd want to almost be in that position where you can pick up a lot of points for doing as little as possible. It's kind of one of those where, you know, you might go, right, if I get this number of reps, I can get third. And to get one extra sort of place into one extra point, they might have to do a lot more reps. Yeah. So there could be an element in that. And obviously, if they push that deadlift and go to the absolute well and give it everything, that's then in turn going to make the stones even harder again. I mean, going shield walk into a drag, into deadlift, into stones is going to be extremely hard for the guys.
Then we finish off with the castle. Oh, there we've got some athletes getting, they're almost ready. You know, it's not long now to the show. They're getting sweaty, it's getting serious. They're still smiling though. They're still smiling. But we do finish with the Castle Stones. Now, if you remember last year, the finisher, Luke Stoltman and Avers, that was crazy. We literally couldn't call it. It was a draw in the end.
Well, I remember we were watching it backstage, weren't we? And it was literally, even on slow-mo, you couldn't see it. You had to slow it down even more. It was crazy.
Yeah, what a finish that was. And we potentially could see that again tonight with both of them being here and some other amazing athletes to make it. And we've got the Stone King right there. The King of Stones himself. We've seen your stone run this week, Tom. That 201 motion was beautiful.
Well, I've competed with a number of very good stone lifters, and I've got to say that Tom definitely ranks the highest out of all of them. Best stone lifter ever, in my opinion. I'm saying that because I'm stood right next to him and he's a lot bigger than me.
You have to say that. Nice things, nice things, nice things. Let's take a look at the guys. They're all still smiling. Are they going to be smiling for long, though, after that run?
Well, I mean, it's definitely... some will be smiling after the next event and some won't.
Luke Stoltman there, our current Europe Strongest Man. Give us a wave, Luke. Woo! Give us a wave.
I've got to say that Luke looked in fantastic shape at Britain's Strongest Man. I think that was the best I'd ever seen him, and obviously if he's improved from then again, I mean, Luke's in with a great shot of winning this title, there's no doubt about it.
100%, and we've got Pablo Cordiaca there as well. Another previous Europe's Strongest Man, very strong, very fast, very athletic.
Good events for Pablo. I mean, his deadlifts perhaps is not as strong as his other events, but all the other events are very good for him. I think he's the world record holder on the Shield currently. He's very good at the pressing events, especially in these medleys that are very fast. Yeah, Pablo's going to do really well. He's very strong. These events are very good for him. He's definitely, again, going to be in with a shout of winning.
It's so much pressure behind, like, being here right now in the warm-up area. Obviously, we're not usually in this area, Terry. You know, you've been in this situation, I've done warm-ups, but being here watching the guys just now, it's so intense, and you can almost feel how much it means to them. That, you know, they're getting switched on now, they're getting ready, they're getting prepared. Like, what if you were here right now warming up, what's going through your head? How are you trying to remain calm, not waste your energy?
I mean, for me, it was always about, in this sort of environment here, you're probably just trying to focus on making sure that everything's right and you're doing it properly, but you're trying to keep your confidence from all the stuff that you've done previously. The preparation is what gives you the confidence.
I just spied a strongman coach behind me and I had to get him on. Here he goes. Shane Reese, how are you?
I'm good. I finally made it. I've been to about 10 entrances and I finally found the right one, so I'm here now, so I'm good.
That's classic cute. I love it. Who have you got competing here today?
Luke R, Luke S, Pavlo, and then Luke coaches Par and Andra as well, so it's 5 from Team MST here today. So.
Amazing. Let's go into predictions. I know you've got a lot of guys here, but who do you predict is going to be the top 3?
Top 3, I think I'm going to pick top 4, because it's going to be a close 4. Go Mateus, Luke R, Luke S, and Pav. I think it's going to be really close, and I think it's really going to come down to like who pull it out of the bag and perform in the moment, really. Especially like the dragon stuff. It's all really close in the past, so it's going to be quite tight.
I love it. So with we were just saying with the deadlift being the 4th event, it's quite brutal. How have you adapted your coaching style for your athletes with that usually being the 1st event or the 2nd event, but now it's sitting at the 4th event? Have you changed like how they train at all?
Not really, because obviously, you know, World is coming up and stuff, and Europe's always in a strange place. I just make sure they're really well conditioned and really good at recovering after good output, and then I don't think it's going to affect too much personally. I think that the shield's the one that's going to affect them the most, and hopefully they just have the good enough recovery to perform the deadlift set. But I haven't really changed much, to be honest with you. Yeah. Just trusted him to be able to do the job and be fit enough. Yeah.
Get it done. Get it done. Advice.
Just jump in there quickly. Talk about Luke Richardson. Obviously, he's had a few injuries. He seems to be coming back really well. He won this title in 2020. Do you think he's in with a shot of repeating again?
I think that Luke R's got a big point to prove, especially after Brits. A little bit of a mishap at Brits. It's one of those things that sometimes something just happens. I know his training's gone really well. He's in really good shape. He's been a bit quieter on socials, and I think that's a good thing because I know his numbers are really high. If he does what he does in training, then he's going to be up there for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think Luke's in with a great shot at winning. Obviously, Luke, when he performs, is right up there with the best of them. Obviously, like you said, had a little bit of a disappointment at the Britons. Had a bit of a sickness bug or something, so had a bit of a funny turn, which happens, like you said. I think everyone sort of puts too much emphasis on when these things do go like that. It just happens sometimes.
Yeah, it's like, I know everyone's involved in following the athletes and the fans and stuff, blah, 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 and some people have said some stuff after that performance, and it's just like, as an athlete and trainer, you know what it's like. Sometimes you just have one of them days, and that's literally all it was. Nothing to dwell on, and I think that as long as he does what he's capable of today, everybody will flip and be like, oh, Luke's going to Worlds in incredible shape, and I do think that he's going to prove his point this competition. Yeah, brilliant. I mean, thanks for that, and obviously it's big for you. You're 5 of the guys here, almost half the lineup are your athletes, which is fantastic. Well done. It's one of those things where you kind of don't understand how it happened or what's going on, but I'm just going with the flow, so yeah, keep on going. No pressure, mate.
Amazing. Well done. Thank you very much. Right, guys, we are almost time to start, but before we go into the competition, let's do our predictions. Go. No pressure, Terry.
Right, okay, so I'm going to go with a top 3, but not in order.
Okay.
Both Lukes, Richardson, Stoltman, and my final top 3 is I'm banking on Matthias being back to his best, and he's going to round up the podium.
Amazing. Well, I have also got my top 4, but I'm not going to say the order. I'm basing this on who I really want and who I think is fully capable, and I have got Luke Stoltman, Luke Richardson, I've got Pav, and I've got Paddy in there as well. And then I'm going to throw Andrew Flynn in there as well.
Paddy's definitely. I mean, it's a dark horse. Maybe not the best presser, but every other event is very good.
Well, exactly, and his pressing has been going really well.
Yeah.
So I know where he's sitting at, so I'm really rooting for him. But the guys are almost, I think we're almost about ready to get going. So I think that we are going to, hang on a minute, I spy a strong woman in the house, a world's strongest woman in the house. Come on, yes. Come on, Claire Miley, you. I'm sorry, is there any other world's strongest women here? No, there's not.
I thought you were talking to Mark then.
No, I just spotted you. Hi, how are you?
I'm great,
Oh,
thank you very much.
Going in
Jimmy microphones. I'm fantastic, thank you very much.
Good. Right, well, you know, we're here about the strongmen today, but world's strongest woman, we had to get you over here, obviously. How are you feeling for the competition tonight? I know we briefly spoke and we were like, we don't know what's going to happen, but, you know, tell everyone at home, this is mad, is it?
It's literally, every time I look at every event, I go, oh no, this person, no, oh no. And literally there's like, every event, there's like 5 people you go definite, and then there's 2 more you go, oh no, they could be, and I just couldn't pick a winner, to be honest.
Who's your top 3? Come on, put pressure on.
Oh, Luke and Pavlo.
That was fast. You just know. She's thought about this. Luke, Pablo.
Yep, and then I think Paddy and Andre are going to mix things up.
I agree with that. I think they are 2 that can definitely mix things up. Let's move forward so we don't get squashed by an Axel or a strongman. Have you got any competitions coming up?
Britain's Strongest Woman.
When is that?
End of July. Absolutely, in York, and we need everyone to come and support us, ladies.
You heard it there. And where is it going to be, live?
So it's on officialstrongman.com, but we would like people to come and watch us live because it's such a buzz to be there. So we really want people in the arena cheering us on.
Amazing. Thank you very much, Claire Myler. You were amazing. But yeah, that is our reminder. The show is about to start. So if you don't want to miss any of the action, then you need to get yourself over to officialstrongman.com to watch this amazing event, to find out who will be crowned Europe's Strongest Man 2025.